Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mindset Monday. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm so happy I'm here. I just started clicking on using the platform I usually use to stream into the group and had some technical difficulties, but we worked it out and here we are. So excited to have you with me for this very special Mindset Monday. And I just want to say welcome to all of the new members of the Alignment Tribe. I know there's lots of new faces here, so we're really, really glad that you're here. You've probably already met my sister, Karen, when she sent you your welcome message. So you're getting to know us already, and we want to get to know you too. So be sure to comment below, let us know that you're here, say hi. And today we are talking about using feminine energy to avoid burnout. If we haven't met yet, I'm Christine. I'm a mindset and intuition coach. I'm a master practitioner of NLP, or neuro-linguistic programming, which basically just means I know how to get your mind to work for you. I'm also the creator of the Realign process, and I'm certified as a Reiki level 1 practitioner and an Enneagram teacher. So, how to use feminine energy to avoid burnout. What I see a lot with high performing women, and this is entrepreneurs, career-minded women, moms who really love to be at their best. Like, there's so many different ways that we can be high performing. And what I see with high performing women oftentimes is burnout, doing too much and still feeling like it's not enough, not being able to stop thinking about work or their tasks or the things they're doing, even in moments that they should be enjoying, like family time and vacations and weekends, right? And unable to really take breaks. Like, it's hard to take the whole weekend off or not bring your laptop with you on vacation. Can anyone relate? Have you ever felt like this when it comes to your business, your career, or just your life in general? There's so many things that you're wanting to achieve, things that you want to experience. And so you're in a place where you're putting out a lot of energy and taking a lot of action. And the problem is that the level of energy and action that you needed to get started with something like starting your business, starting your career, starting your family, right, isn't always sustainable. Having that super high level of energy, especially for my entrepreneurs here, when you first get started in your business, there is a lot to do, right? You've got to put a lot of energy and effort into getting that thing launched off the ground. It's like when a plane takes off, right? So when a plane takes off, the pilot has to put the throttle down. She has to give that plane a tremendous amount of jet fuel to get the speed necessary to get down the runway and take off and get into the air. Now, if she were to continue putting that same amount of throttle down, if she was putting that much fuel into the plane, then she would go beyond the cruising altitude and eventually burn up all the fuel in the plane before reaching her destination. The amount of fuel in a plane is connected to how far the plane is going, right? And so the pilot needs to put a lot of jet fuel into the engines to get that thing off the ground. But then, in order to sustain that height and be able to travel further to reach the destination, she has to pull back on the throttle. She actually has to let go a little bit. And that's what you've got to do too. You've got to find some balance before you burn out. You don't want to be putting jet fuel in. You don't want to be maxing that throttle when you're trying to get to your destination. You'll burn out before you get there. And that throttle, that energy, that jet fuel is kind of like, it's the masculine energy. And masculine and feminine energy have nothing to do with gender. It's one of the laws of nature. One of the laws of the universe is that everything has, it's called the law of gender, but it's not based in male gender, female gender. It's an energy, right? Everything in nature has a masculine energy and a feminine energy. And this holds true for animals, it holds true actually for plants, and it holds true for people, no matter how you identify. So if you're putting on that jet fuel, right, if you're taking action, you're really working from masculine energy, which is what most of us do most of the time, because it's the energy that's most valued in our culture, especially in the United States. But I hear this a lot from my Canadian clients and from my clients across the pond, that this idea of constantly taking action is what we value, right? It's the hustle culture. It's action taking. Masculine energy is also risk taking. It can be very competitive. It can be controlling, and it can be giving. There's nothing wrong with masculine energy. We all need to have it in order to get things done, right? It's very important, but it's not everything. It's the energy that you need to get things going, to get things started, and to move the needle. But it hurts when you can't shut it off. If you find that you're constantly going, waking up early, staying up late, working weekends, working on vacation, right? Always adding to the to-do list and feeling like you're just doing all the things, right? So if your masculine energy is in overdrive, then you're going to feel stressed, overwhelmed. And what starts to happen is the body actually can't keep up, and you begin to experience fatigue, foggy thinking, just procrastination. So what you need to do to balance that masculine energy is bring in more of the feminine energy, which is equally important, but less understood and valued in our culture. And it's time to change that. Who's with me? Feminine energy is your intuition. It's creative. It's very present moment centered. It's collaborative, and it's receiving. So for example, pro athletes like Megan Rapinoe and Serena Williams know that they have to rest and recover in order to strengthen their bodies. Like, they have off seasons and downtime, because if they don't, they run the risk of what's called overtraining syndrome, which looks like anxiety, irritability, a lack of energy, loss of passion, trouble concentrating, right? And maybe you've been in a little bit of overtraining syndrome with your business or your career, or something else that you've really been sort of hyper focused on. In order to avoid that burnout, you've got to balance with that feminine energy. You can't be in high season, full speed 24/7. You've got to balance the giving with receiving. You've got to balance the action taking with listening to your intuition. You have to balance risk taking with being creative. And you have to balance being competitive with collaborating. So you not only don't burn out, but you actually grow, right? Muscles strengthen after they've worked when they're in recovery. You get stronger after you've worked when you're taking time to rest and reflect, when you're doing the inner work that's just as important as the outer action. So what happens is you actually are able to do less and grow. You can grow your business, grow your career, grow your wealth. And at the same time, you're strengthening your health, your body, your relationships, and your spirit. So, knowing if you're overdoing or heading out to burnout can be hard when we live in a culture that is constantly reinforcing the idea that it's all about taking action. So if you're not sure if you're headed in that direction, or maybe you know it, maybe you're like, I know burnout is coming. I feel it. I'm like at my limit of tasks I can do. You know it's about to happen, but you really want to avoid it. Then let's talk. Let's see where we can help you find more balance and avoid the burnout so that you can grow. Here's what I want you to do. If you haven't already, schedule a time with me and we can take a look at where you are, what you're wanting to achieve, and we can collaborate together on the right strategy of balancing your energy so that you can continue to grow while feeling a little more relaxed, more present moment, and actually doing less. I'm going to add a link to my calendar in this post, in the comments, so you can just click on and schedule a time to talk with me. And I would love to hear how this is resonating with you. Please post in the comments. If you're someone who's been a little bit overdoing it with the action taking, the list making, the adding more to your schedule, or maybe you're someone who's in the feeling the opposite. I know that we have clients in our program that come from both sides of this. Maybe there's too much thinking, too much contemplating, and not enough action taking, right? It's a balance of both. And when you have the ability to listen to your intuition and take the action, you find this magical combination that allows you to do less while accomplishing more so that your business can grow at the same time that you're creating more expansion in other areas of your life. So I'd love to hear, type it in the comments below. Are you more in that masculine energy and would like to find some balance in the feminine? Or maybe you're more in that feminine energy and you're looking for some balance with the masculine. Let's start that chat. And I am so excited that you're tuned in today. Thank you for being here and being a part of Mindset Monday. We'll be answering all your questions in the comments below. So if you have questions about this, be sure to post below and be sure to click on the link and book your strategy session so that we can craft the perfect plan just for you. Thank you. Have a great day.